Alrighty. We are back. Thank you for your patience. We have dealt with the spider.
He's gone. Thanks for everybody's patience. Appreciate that.
No worries.
I'm back to the ornery old lady. And
Yes. Not the.
This
What the fuck?
Yeah. Okay, so I just got done waking the guard, right?
Yes. You poke the guard with the stick. He. What the? Oh, we're under attack. And you're like, good morning. And he's just like, what? And then you flash the light in his eyes.
Oh, yeah. I forgot I had the... Okay, so yes.
He's just like, oh, God, fucking, what?
How's it going?
I was on a beach with 3 beautiful women. It's magnificent.
No, you weren't. You were right here. Yeah. Oh, no, I didn't need anything. I'll see you later. Goodbye.
What?
I just wanted to say hi to him. Alright, I'm on my way.
So, you need to use the lift in order to do so. The levers are next to him.
Well, then have him do it. Make him touch it. Tell him to do it. Hey, guy. Do the levers.
You're like, alright, we'll see you. And you click off your light and you walk off. And then you come back a few moments. And you're like, alright, come on.
Right? Back with my lantern. I need the light. I need you to do the thing.
The lift? At this hour?
Excuse me?
Ma'am, it's pretty late. I don't want to, like, upset the other people.
Pretty late? You mean, early?
No, actually, it's pretty late. It's almost...
Then why am I up?
So, that's a good question. It's a great question, ma'am.
I gotta go.
Where are you trying to get to? Why can't you just use the regular bridges and ramps?
Me?
Yeah.
Do you see my age?
Yes. It's like you hit the lantern and like the wrinkles and the varicose veins.
Well, you're gonna do it? I think I'm gonna intimidate him.
Go ahead and give me a level 3 intellect task.
Okay. Let me get to it. Oh my god.
7, so that's only 2 levels of success. He looks at you and he's like, ma'am, I can't do that. You'll have to wait till sun up before I can do that. It's just way too late.
What time is it?
And he looks and he's like, it's probably 3:30, 4.
The sun's about to come up. What's your problem?
The sun doesn't come up for at least another 2 hours. People are trying to sleep.
Like you?
No. I am ever vigilant. And he sort of straightens his thing. Is like, I'm always awake.
That's weird, because when I came up here, you weren't awake.
No, that doesn't sound right.
No, I'm pretty sure you were asleep.
No, I must have been...
I could go back and let everyone know that, you know, you need to sleep, and so that's why...
That's not necessary. No.
Are you sure? Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
No, that's not necessary. You don't need to do that.
So you can go ahead and...
And then he looks down and he's just like... Creak! As you hear... As like bunch of different gears and grinding metal and squeaky noises just echoes throughout the entire area. You could just hear birds like shuffling off in the distance.
You're a good lad.
As very, very slowly, a metal platform pops up in front of you over the bridge. And then it just kind of settles.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. I bid you adieu.
Where are you going?
You're asking a lady where she's going?
I need to know which lever I need to...
Oh. Out. Down. Down?
Just people screaming, what the fuck?
Ah! You'll sleep when you're dead.
Hear the guards, sorry. Very slowly, very loudly, the lift takes you down towards the bottom floor, ground level of Berkey. It stops just before you actually hit ground level, because like I said before, ground level is currently covered in about 8 to 10 feet of water. It stops you off at a platform that looks to be just kind of coming out of the water. It looks like, you know this, when flood season is not there, there's 2 platforms that are sort of built on top of each other. One's the lower one for when flood season's not there, and then one's a higher one directly above it for when it is. And you sort of step off, there's a couple of steps that lead to... They've built sort of like a rickety bridge over the watery sections that more or less are fine. And where you need to go to is probably just across the bridge and maybe another 25 more minutes of walking.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna start walking then. Slowly.
Absolutely.
I take my time.
Absolutely. There's no reason. There's no rush.
Yeah, I mean, it's plenty of time in the day. We started off early.
Yeah.
Let's get trekking on those bridges.
Yeah, so you walk across the rickety bridges, and as you're walking, you click, clack, click of your walking stick. Click, clack, click, click, clack, click, click, clack, click. Just the sounds of it echoing out.
It's too fast.
Oh, I'm sorry. Click, clack, click. Click, clack, click.
Yeah,
Every
there
now
you
and
go,
then
there
you
you
stop. Whew. Click, clack, click.
Uh-huh.
And you make your way across. Down here near the ground level, there's a little bit more activity. You see some more guards. They are up. They're walking around.
Oh, working.
Yeah, working, yes. Each one of them has their own little section of water bridges to be walking around on. Some of them have like a guard tower and stuff like that. Most of them, though, are just kind of moving around. They see you. They're a little surprised, confused, but they wave and...
I wave back, of course. Good morning, lads. Of course, I think they're all just adorable little whippersnappers.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, as you're walking across the bridge, even though it's still pitch black, you can see the monolith of the megastructure making its way, because, like, you know, you can see the sky, stars are out, very pretty, very nice. Sun's not up for at least another 2 hours, but in the middle of the sky is just this jutting jet black darkness as the entire megastructure just kind of envelops your entire view. And you can see that the watery, rickety bridges towards this megastructure are much less maintained. Not a lot of people go over here because there's not a lot to do there.
Of course.
So as you sort of are making your way, you look down and you notice that, like, the bridge kind of stops. And you still got maybe 100 feet or more to go till you get to a flat surface of it.
Okay.
You do see that there are a couple of, like, posts that are sticking up out of the water that you could maybe hop along. That's kind of a bit of a stretch, especially since...
Maybe if I were 20 years younger.
Right, exactly. And so you're just like, that's probably not the best way to go. But you do see what looks to be, there's a boat out there. It's actually floating next to one of the walls of this megastructure.
I mean, it's just a plain boat just hanging out there?
Yeah, like one of those little paddle boats.
Is it close enough for me to get to, or is it just completely...
You can
across
see
the
that
water?
it's been roped off against another post, but it's on the other side of the water. Somebody got to where you are and then boated across.
Hmm. Well, that means there's somebody already there. And I don't like that. Because I want to be there. So, were there any boats back across the bridges that are accessible? Tiny, easy.
There's
A
tons.
canoe.
There's tons of little canoes and crafts like that to do that. A lot of people just set up around the area. Whether they are accessible is up to your definition of whether or not they are yours. But
Does Ricky have one?
Ricky, you don't know. You've never seen if Ricky's had a boat or not.
Damn it. Alright. Are there any that are kind of easy to just... Oh, just gonna borrow this.
Oh look, my boat.
Yeah, my boat.
You can do a quick search over the boats.
Yeah, please. Let me just kind of check the surroundings.
Give me a level 4 intellect task.
Okay, well, I do have investigating in my skills.
That would definitely help. Yeah. So that's going to lower it down to level 3.
Would perception also...
I would say so, yes. So that lowers it down another level. So
Okay.
that's a level 2
So-
task, which means I need a 6 or above.
Okay.
Nice. So yeah, you do a quick once over. You're like, wonder if anyone is missing a boat. And you sort of click, clack, click, click, clack, click, walk your way down the bridge and find your way off to another bridge that's kind of off the path. And you're looking around and you see there's a dinky little wooden boat. Looks like it's been scavenged and what's the word? Scuttled at least once or twice.
Okay.
There's holes in it that have been patched over, bullet hole in the back.
My kind of boat.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go ahead and I'll see if I can take it.
Yeah, I mean, it's roped off to one of the posts, but the post itself is floating in the water. So it's not actually attached to the post at all. It's just kind of sitting there.
Oh, then, yeah, just pop on in.
So you pop in fairly easily. It rocks back and forth for a moment as it adjusts to your stance there. But you're looking around and you notice that it doesn't have a paddle.
And that's all right. I got my walking stick.
That's very true.
So I'm just gonna kind of do. Obviously, it's not as effective, but I get a little bit of momentum.
Sure.
At the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that. You do have...
Push off.
Yeah. Yeah, it gets you to push. Give me a level 1 might task.
Okay. That's also a D20.
Yes. I need a 3 or above.
I got it. All right.
You shove off just enough. The boat kind of waddles out into the water.
Okay.
And then it settles. And then you're just kind of, yeah, okay. And then you look around and you see a post. And you push off of it in the direction towards the megastructure. And you sort of zigzag your way across, using the posts to sort of push yourself
Great.
away.
Fantastic.
You get to probably 30 or 40 feet away from the structure itself, and you've run out of posts.
How long will it take me to just row with my little stick?
You put your stick in the water and you row, and your boat just kind of turns in a circle.
Is there anyone around?
You take a look around, Water is just kind of dripping, sloshing. You can see the other boat across the way. No one's come around yet. It's still pretty early or late in the morning.
It's dark time, too.
It is pitch black.
All right.
You click on your lantern.
So, what time is it now? Do I have a clock?
Your pip pad would have a clock, yeah.
I'm gonna look at my pip pad and see what time it is.
Yeah, you check your pip pad, and it looks like it's been probably an hour since you've left.
Okay, so we got like another hour until the sun comes up.
Yeah, you can see from your angle, like through the cityscape. You can see a stretch of the horizon, just a little patch of it. It's starting to get that blue pink color right at the edge of it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna use my pip pad as a paddle. A pip paddle. How big is my canteen?
Canteen? I mean, maybe this
Is it
wide.
flat?
It's flat-ish. It's got a little curve in it.
Can I take that and kind of slosh it in the front of the boat?
Yeah, you do that, and as you do that, you can feel yourself getting some momentum, but your arm is tired. Like, it might. You're thinking maybe with your walking stick and your canteen, if you could like fashion them together, that might make a better little paddle for you. Doing it with your arm, you absolutely would be able to do it, but I'm going to make you spend points to be able to roll.
Alright, then, you know what? I'm gonna just do what I do best and tinker. I'm gonna put those things together and see if I can make a paddle.
Cool. So, I need a level 2 intellect task.
Okay, well, I have a skill with device tinkering.
That is true. However, I would say that your puzzles and problem-solving inability would probably play an effect here.
That's true.
And so those two would cancel each other out.
Alright, fine. I'll do it. I can do it. Oh, thank
18.
God.
Nice. So, you take a look at your junk stick, and you take a look at your canteen, and you're like, yeah, alright. And so you put them down on the boat, and you open up one of your packs. You're looking through all the different bags on you. You're like, where is it? Where are you? And you're like, string? Nope. Metal scraps? Nope. Adhesive? There we are. And you pull out a small little bundle of duct tape that's been wrapped around itself. And you peel off just enough. Duct tape is very precious in the wasteland.
Like gold.
It's better than gold.
Oh, yeah.
You peel off probably like 4 or 5 inches worth of duct tape, tear it off, and then you take that strip and you tear it in half, and you take those strips and you tear them in half, so you have a nice long piece of duct tape. And you take your canteen and you take your little junk stick and you use the strips of duct tape to sort of lash the canteen to your stick. Takes a little bit, maybe like 10-15 minutes, but you're happy. You're in your zone. This is like your favorite thing to do.
I'm out in the water.
Yeah, it's nice. The water's frothing. That's weird. I don't know why it's doing that, but it's kind of nice, and so you're just kind of doing that. And you're like, okay, cool. And so eventually you use up all your duct tape, and ta-da! You have yourself a little makeshift paddle.
Fantastic. Right on time.
Absolutely.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and use that sucker and paddle my way.
Yeah, you test that sucker out, and you put your junk stick with your canteen into the water, and you push, and the boat moves forward. And you're like, so wonderful when those things work out. And you're just like, yeah. That last 30, 40 feet of reaching to the structure, piece of cake.
Perfect. Okay. Well, then I would assume that the sun's probably coming up at this point, right?
Yeah, it's definitely starting to peek through.
Perfect. Then they'll see my lovely face as I get in. Okay, so first I'm gonna look at that boat that's there.
Yes. So you see the boat. It's in a little bit better condition than the one you're in. Doesn't have all the holes and stuff like that. You do see some muddy footprints, like boot prints. Seem to be two different pairs, two different sizes.
I wonder if it could have been the same two hooligans that were amongst the people. Okay. Was that all I find in there? Is there anything?
There's nothing else.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start walking towards the building then.
So the megastructure itself is sort of, I'd say, 100 feet by 100 feet. Big giant square rectangle that goes a couple hundred stories up. Like, it's a tall, monolithic, very phallic looking, kind of gross. And like I said, damn kids. Like I said, all the sides of this building seem to have no windows, no ventilation, no real form of entry that you're aware of. All of the studying you've done has been in books from what you can find, and like one time you went down to the ground floor to take a look at it. There was no seemingly way in, as far as you could tell.
Okay.
So as you're looking around, you see more or less the same of that, and it's kind of peculiar because it looks like two people got out of their boat and you don't see them.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, I'd like to take my walking stick and, first, can I take the canteen off of it? And
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, again, put it back to normal. Everything's fine. Walking stick, using it. I'm gonna tap the wall a couple of times.
You take your stick and you give it a good couple of taps. Solid, concrete, steel, just a thunk.
Okay. Well then it's a good thing I brought my power fist. I would like to, make an entry.
Okay. You saddle yourself up on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
You click
on...
on...
I'm still on the boat?
You're still on the boat because it's 10 feet of water and then the building.
I can't get, like, on a little ledge?
There are no real ledges. It's just, like, sheer wall.
How? Alright, we're gonna wait on the purpose.
Okay.
Because, boats. Alright, can I do some, is there any investigating to try to find any sort of anything? Any ledge? Can I go to the back of it?
Yeah. I mean, I will say that you did remove your paddle.
Oh shit, I did, didn't I?
But we can make it so that you didn't remove your paddle.
Is it beneficial
to have a paddle?
Huh?
Oh, or to punch the wall?
It's either I punch the wall or I go around and see if there's anything. And there might not be anything, and I'm just gonna punch a wall on the other side of it.
That is completely up to you. If you want to punch the wall here, that you could definitely do that. If you want to paddle around to the other side and punch that wall, you can punch whatever wall you want.
Now.
Okay.
I'll punch it right here. All right, let's.
So, like I said, you brace yourself in the boat.
Yep.
You reach into your utility belt, and you pull off the folded up mechanical structure, and you fit it over your right hand, and you sort of start locking the braces in place. You can see the caution tape that had been starting to peel off, the yellow construction paint that it was given, starting to wear down. But this thing has done right by you for years now. Old faithful.
Oh yeah.
You slip your fingers in between the rings. You make a nice fist, and then you flip the switch, and you can hear the of the pneumatic gauntlet like kick in, and you're like, alrighty. So you're gonna punch the wall.
Okay.
So, go ahead and make an attack. You are activating your power fist, so I need you to roll a d10 for the depletion roll.
Okay.
If it rolls a 1, it's going to break after you punch it.
No, we good.
Cool.
Old faithful.
So now, roll to hit. This is a might or speed task. I'm not going to tell you the level.
Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna do it. It's a 20?
Yep.
Oh, thank God.
19. So, 19, when you roll a 19 on a hit, you get what's called a minor effect.
Yeah.
Normally, that means it deals extra damage. Your power fist, by activating it, also has extra damage.
Okay.
So, this little old lady in her boat stands up, puts on a pneumatic gauntlet, squares her shoulders, and then punches a hole about the size of a car into the side of this building. The concrete rubble just sort of cascades down, and you can see, even in the darkness, cracks along where you hit this impact crater.
Pull out my lantern, see what I did.
You've punched a hole through about 10 feet of concrete. And you just are going to town on this thing. The power fist is just moving through this like butter. It's just
Yeah.
bits of
Old
dust.
Faithful.
Yeah, Old Faithful. Bits of dust are flying everywhere. And you just kind of jackhammer this fucking thing to where you can get a nice little hole
Yeah.
on the other side. You break through. And you're like,
Yeah.
that's nice. And you take your lamp and you poke it in. And as you get your head closer, the smell wafts in and it hits you in the face. And you're like, oh, that's awful. You're familiar with the smell, having walked around in pre-war stuff. That is the smell of death.
Okay. I've seen it. I've seen shit. Alright, well, I can put my bandana on.
Yeah.
Avoid the smell. And I think I'd like to take a look around.
Yeah. So you have about 5 to 6 foot wide impact crater into this 10-foot depth of wall, and then
Okay.
maybe a head-size hole that's actually gotten through to the other side.
Okay.
So you can definitely see into it with your lantern, and as you peek in, you can see what seems to be a little bit of roof. It looks like the bottom ground floor was a vaulted ceiling, and so it was the first floor and the second floor that took up its entire area for the room. So you're peeking in and you can actually see just the room ahead of you, and then it drops down as your light kind of casts a harsh shadow across. But you can see it goes all the way down to the floor. And as you're trying not to gag on the smell, you're sort of peeking your head around, and you can see what looks to be the main entrance door is down on the left-hand side, down on the first floor. And then as you look over there, you see what looks to be some stairs that lead up on both sides, but you can only see one side of it right now.
Okay.
Where you are right now, you're probably 30, 40 feet below, you're on the second floor technically, but it's still a first floor's worth of ground that you would be getting to if you were to try and hop in through this hole.
Okay. I don't know if I want to hop into that hole. Old lady, I might break something. Now, you said that there was an entrance. The front entrance is underwater, correct?
Yes.
Of course. I'm still curious as to how those two got in, though. It's like they had some sort of secret entry. Alright, well. I don't really have anything to, like, rappel myself down, do I? Can I look in my bag?
Sure.
Okay. Can I roll to see if I can fashion something to rappel myself down?
Absolutely. Yes.
Then I'm gonna do that.
Yes. So that's going to be a level 4 task. It's going to be intellect.
Okay. I have device tinkering, so...
Okay. Yeah, that works.
Okay.
So that's going to drop it down to level 3.
Okay.
So I need a 9 or above.
Oh, of course.
You got a 5. So that is 1 level of success. If you want, you can spend an XP, and you can actually re-roll that die and have a second chance, if you want to do that. Or we can just go through the motions and figure out what to do next.
I'm gonna figure out what to do next. You know,
Okay.
old lady doesn't really, do drops anyways.
Yeah, so you look in your bag, you're putting some things together, you're getting the idea of how you want to try and approach this. And as you're getting this all together, you realize that while you have some rope, being the rope that you took from the boat that you stole, and the rope that's on the boat next to you, would help you, be able to actually, like, get down the wall. You don't have a
Long
good...
enough?
It's probably long enough. It'd probably be long enough without much issue. The
Okay.
problem is you don't have a secure way to lasso it to something. If you were able to figure out a way to punch in like a piece of rebar or bend something, you could do that, but it would require you to use your power fist again, and then you'd have to make an additional roll to get everything done.
I mean, it's already out.
I mean, yeah, it's just humming in your hand. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, it's still all right. Yeah, we'll give it a shot. All right. So what?
So
okay.
go ahead and roll a d10. Cool.
Okay.
Doesn't
Old
break.
Faithful.
Old Faithful. And then give me another might attack.
Okay. I went for it last time. I'm gonna do it this time.
Go for it.
Oh my god.
Alright, so that's 1 level of success. So, with your 1 level of success and your power fist, which does 4 plus 4 damage, again, you just bash that wall open. And the hole gets a little bit bigger, more impact, more rubble. You actually get some dust on your shoulders. Good thing you had your mask up, because it's getting a little hard to breathe.
Yeah.
And, the hole is now probably big enough for you to comfortably climb into.
Okay.
And it looks like you've actually bent a piece of the rebar that was holding the concrete up into a nice hook shape for you to lasso a rope around.
All right. I'm gonna do it then. I'm gonna rappel down.
Cool. So, yeah.
I'm gonna use my stick as, like, the helping me keep my slowness going.
Sure, yeah.
So you're still gonna hear the clicking of it.
Click, click, click.
Yeah.
Yeah, you crawl into this hole. You secure the rope around the rebar. You wrap it around your arms a couple of times into the stick. And then you sort of like scoot out the hole and then use the stick and the rope and just kind of walk down the wall.
Yeah.
Do, 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 do.
Perfect.
And again, your feet and the stick echoes throughout this entire megastructure. Click, click, click. Click, click, click. And you walk all the way down to the ground floor. As you approach, you can see that the floor itself has some water. It seems to have gotten some water in there. It's wet. It's probably ankle deep right about now.
Okay. Does it look like people have walked through it?
So the floor itself, the entire floor of this area is probably an ankle deep water. As I said before, there are stairs opposite of the entrance of the door that go up two ways. And on the staircase, you notice muddy footprints.
Okay.
And they look similar to the ones you saw up on the boat.
Yep.
With your training and perception, I'll give that to you.
Well,
it looks like they jumped down and went through the front entrance.
My curiosity has the best of me. I want to open that door now. See if, I know it's going to be water behind it, but still want to open it. Well, I'm going to go over to the footprints. I think I'm going to just kind of slowly creep, see if I start hearing anything.
Yeah, so as you've been kind of walking around, your feet sort of echo off of the stone staircase. You're walking up alongside the boot prints themselves. As you're sort of taking it all in, you're looking around and you don't hear anything really. There's a bit of wind coming in from the hole that you made.
Of course.
You can start to see the sun is starting to rise just a bit outside, but around here you don't hear much.
Okay. So, the smell of death is in the air.
Yeah.
Is there a certain direction it's coming from?
Upstairs, definitely.
Where the footsteps go.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna keep going up and following them.
Sure. So, as you sort of make your way up the stairs, click, clack, click, click, clack, click, up the staircase, you're looking around and you're like, it's very strange because this entrance area, you've had no idea what it is. Like, it's just been here for the longest time. And now you're inside of it and you're looking around and it's fairly plain looking, like brutalistic in its like architectural design. Just concrete walls going up to the ceiling.
No taste.
No taste. Concrete stairs, concrete walls. As you make it up the second flight of stairs, there's another door. And this door is very ornate, wooden handles, gold like trimming around it, and you can see that the muddy footprints seem to go past the door.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna approach the door. I'd like to look at the door before I decide to go in it.
Sure.
So I guess I'll investigate.
Sure, yeah. Go ahead and give me a level 3 investigation.
Let's make it a level 2 since I got the investigating.
Yes, we will make that a level 2. That brings it down to a 6 or higher on the die.
Okay, I can do that. No, I can't.
So, you...
Did I forget my glasses?
No. You walk over, and you're looking at the door, and you're like, it looks like a wooden, ornate door. But as you sort of like scratch your hand across it, it's cold to the touch. Like more so than a wood door would be. This thing is actually painted to look wood. It's made out of metal.
Oh.
And as you're sort of moving your hand across, your hand bumps into a ridge. And there seems to be like a depression plate.
Okay. Do I push it?
If you want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna push it.
You push your hand in, and then right above that, you see a little metal door retract and then pop up as you see what looks to be a key card slider.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the key card out. Go ahead.
You put it in there, you click it in, and
What?
and then above you, you see a little dome pop up out of the wall.
Uh-huh.
As it pops out, and you see a little turret red light start spinning up, and you can hear this thing waking up.
Yeah. Well, I'm flabbergasted for one. How dare they send me here? I'm gonna poke the thing with my stick and see if I could just break it or something.
Yeah, you give it a poke. It clings up against your stick. That thing's pretty solid. You've never really, like, you've dealt with turrets before, not directly, but they're nasty buggers. Normally,
Well,
they shoot people who aren't supposed to be there.
I'm probably gonna I don't know if I'm fast enough to get away from it.
Yeah, and you're kind of like you're in a tight situation because the metal door in front of you is locked. And then you're in a small hallway with stairs leading down, and this thing is above you and just has a good shot at you at any point on the stairs.
I'm just gonna try it again. Let's pull out Old Faithful.
Are you gonna
see if I can
you're
break
gonna
this
punch
door?
the door?
I am
All right.
not dealing with this today. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I gotta roll a 10, right?
A D10. Yep.
Okay.
6.
All right.
Old Faithful.
Okay. So then a 20.
Yeah. Roll a D20. It's a level 3 door. So I need a 9 or above.
Is that I can't? Can I?
You can
I
apply.
use some-
You can apply a level of effort by spending points from either your might pool or your speed pool.
Okay.
That costs 3 points to do so.
I'm gonna do my might, I think.
Okay, so your might, you have an edge of 1, which means that your level of effort only costs 2 points.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes.
Okay. So then, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a punch.
Cool. So this is a level 2 door. Well, it's a level 3 door. You brought it down to level 2. I need a 6 or above on the die.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. Now, you know what? I'm just gonna use that experience point.
Okay.
Let's get through this door. So I guess I probably should take it down.
Oh yeah, yeah. Go ahead and write it off, and then re-roll.
Okay. Okay, there we go.
17. There you go. So when you roll a 17 on an attack, you get 1 extra damage.
Ooh.
So, you click on Old Faithful.
Of course.
You hear this thing whirring up above you, and you're like, well, ain't nobody got time for that, and you just punch that thing as hard as you can. The metal sparks off of your pneumatic gauntlet as you destroy that little card thing, and you hear the sparks and shit starting popping out of it. And for a moment, it feels like maybe you fucked up, because you can hear the gears and grinding noises and electrical shorting going throughout the door. And you're like, and you're looking up, and this thing is warming up, and you can see its little red light has turned green, and it's starting to protrude a little small tube out the top of the dome. And you're like, okay, now would be in a good time. And you sort of like jiggle the handle, and you're like, I don't think, I don't know. And you can see this thing, its little tube starts pointing around, and then it points down at you, and you can hear.
Oh, God.
I need you to give me a speed defense task.
Okay.
So it's going to be a level 3 speed defense task. I need you to roll a d20, get a 9 or above to not get shot by this thing.
So I'm stealthy. Does that help me?
Normally it would, but you just punched a giant metal door underneath the thing that is currently looking at you.
Okay. Well, I thought I'd give it a shot. All right. What do I have to get?
A 9 or above.
Oh, thank God.
Woo! You look and you're like, uh-oh, as this thing fires at you. The bullet spits out and it's right above your head. And you're like, well, I'm dead. And then all of a sudden, you're inside the room.
Oh, thank God.
And you look and you're like, what happened? You didn't even notice. The door had swung open and somebody grabbed you and yanked you in. Right as the bullet fired into the ground where you were.
Oh. Wonderful, young one. Oh, okay, so who grabbed me?
You take a look and you're looking around like, what? And you see it's, what's his name? Tweedle Dipshit.
Ah, okay.
He is soaking wet. He's got like a piece of like plant like hanging off of his head.
Come here, you got a little schmutz. I'm gonna pull it off his face.
And he's just like, what are you doing here, lady?
What do you mean? I was invited.
What?
What? I was invited. Somebody gave me a package and this thing. I'm gonna wave my key card around.
He's like, oh, Merv's not gonna like this.
Who?
And then you hear a voice from behind the corner of the hallway that you're standing in. And he's like, not gonna like what? And you see Tweedledum step fart and looks down and is like, what is she doing here? And he's like, I don't know, Merv, I don't know what's happening.
I was invited. Somebody invited me or something. They left a ruckus in my shack, and I'm not appreciative of that. Okay? So, I got a second question for you now. I don't know if I asked the first one.
I don't think you
here's
did.
Your second question. Okay? Why did my key card not work? Why was I invited here and it didn't work? And what is with the front door?
And the guy, who was referred to as Merv, kind of looks at you. And he's like, alright, Harry, bring her inside. Let's... Come on.
Yeah, you gonna offer me tea too?
He's like, we're all out of tea. You can see Merv is also wet. Soaking wet. As he's walking around, you can hear the squelching noises of his boots. As the rubber of his soles squeaks off of the nice linoleum-style floor that you're currently standing on.
Okay. Before I get comfortable, can I kind of, I know I have a skill to assess danger. Can I, like, gauge their level in comparison to me?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll a d20, and then that'll determine the level that you hit, and then your assessing danger will add an extra level to that. 19, so that's a level 6. With your assessing danger, that brings it up to level 7. You know for a fact that these guys could probably take you out if they work together.
Okay.
By themselves, you could probably hold your own.
Okay.
They
fair
don't
enough.
seem aggressive.
Okay.
They don't seem like antagonistic, especially since Harry, Tweedle Dipshit, pulled you in and saved your life.
That's true. He seems like the kinder of the two.
And for your minor effect, you see that obviously they're very confused, but you can see Merv had a knowing look in his eye when you said that you were invited.
Merv seems to know something.
Yeah.
I would like to know what he knows. I think that I'm going to intimidate him a little bit.
Okay.
No, actually. I'm gonna be coy.
Oh.
Well, I guess, let's... let me go ahead and keep talking with them. So what are they doing here? What are you doing here?
You walk in through this hallway as you're kind of piecing this all together in your head. And as you walk through this hallway, you notice that the walls have fancy paintings on them. And as you walk through the linoleum floor, it opens up to this giant common area with big, fancy leather couches sitting around what looks to be a big, giant rug with a coffee table, a bunch of books, all sorts of fancy-looking glasses, The walls, tons of books on bookshelves.
I'm gonna start off by asking, what is this?
You see Merv kind of walk over, slump down into one of the leather couches. The wet of his backside, you could hear squeaking off of it. Just as he kicks up his legs, you hear the squelch. Wet boots slam down on the coffee table. He puts his hands over his head. He's like, "Lady, I got no fucking idea." Harry kind of comes in behind you and sits down at another couch.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and point to him real quick and say, did your mother teach you how to sit like that?
He's like, "I don't have a mother."
I don't give a shit. I'm your mother.
He's just like, crazy fucking lady.
You put those goddamn wet boots off of that damn table.
Takes them off, and you can already see the water marklets leaving a mark on this nice table.
This is why we can't have nice things.